Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare revolutionized console first-person shooters, and its sequel, Modern Warfare 2, has some big shoes to fill. Does Infinity Ward pull it off, or did it miss the target? The game takes place 5 years after the events of Call of Duty 4, with the entire civilized world embroiled in global conflict. The Russian ultranationalist party is leaderless after the death of Imran Zakhaev, and his former associate Vladimir Makarov has assumed power. Without revealing too much of the plot, the bare bones of it is that Russia and America are at war. In typical Call of Duty style, you'll control several characters from different factions in the 5 or so hour single-player campaign, including Soap McTavish, now a grizzled captain of the SAS. You'll also wield weapons as an undercover operative for the CIA and one of the US Army Rangers. In reference to Modern Warfare 2's plot, Infinity Ward is very aware of what was successful in the past. There are almost too many moments and missions in the game that were created to capture the visceral intensity of past Call of Duty titles. That's not to say there's nothing original or new here. In fact, during the short single-player campaign, you'll be left awestruck several times. Using Call of Duty 4 as a building block, Modern Warfare 2 is more cinematic, more extreme, and more convoluted. Our pulse quickened more than once, and the many twists in the game's plot will keep you guessing until the end.
Runner, this is Bravo 6. We've got the package. I repeat, we have got the...
One thing gamers will feel when playing Modern Warfare 2 is an overwhelming sense of deja vu. Your character will wake up in a daze after more than one crash, and when the 4th or 5th person betrays you, it starts to feel a bit formulaic. But if you've enjoyed the taut political drama of Call of Duty 4, you won't be disappointed with what's here. The gameplay is essentially unchanged. Your reflexes and aim will be tested across 18 story missions from the Himalayas to Washington, D.C. And while there's been a slight cosmetic improvement to the HUD, veteran players of the series will feel right at home. In addition to standard run-and-gun gameplay, Modern Warfare 2 features more stealth sniping missions and a few vehicle sections where you'll control snowmobiles, jeeps, and Zodiac rafts. The arsenal of weapons has also become more robust, with new guns like the TAR-21 and new attachments like the thermal scope and heartbeat sensors. It's also worth noting that the general level construction has opened up visibly in both single-player and multiplayer. While levels are still linear and confined to set areas, gamers can navigate them as they choose, allowing for more advanced flanking maneuvers and stealth. It forces players to be aware of their surroundings because enemies can do the same to you. After the single-player campaign, you'll find a selection of special ops challenges that can be played alone or cooperatively. Divided into 5 tiers of increasing difficulty that test your ability to tackle defensive, offensive, and stealth missions, these greatly extend the offline replay value. But the real draw of Modern Warfare 2 is the multiplayer. Just like in the single-player campaign, there's more of everything that players loved about Call of Duty 4. More weapons, more levels, more perks, more kill streak rewards, and more options. Well, more options for the console players anyway. It's almost identical to Call of Duty 4's multiplayer, but with a wealth of extra features to help you earn points. Most of them enhance gameplay, and many will be overjoyed to hear that martyrdom is no longer a perk, but instead a death streak reward, making martyrdom kills far less frequent. This will prevent less skilled players from getting cheap kills, but provide a boost to someone who's been having an off game or a bad round. Players can now wield shotguns and launchers as secondary weapons by default, and special items like tactical insertion flares allow you to choose where you respawn after you die. Accessories like the Riot Shield open up possibilities for phalanx-like tactics among teammates, and the new Semtex grenades stick to enemies and surfaces. If you're the kind of person who has logged days of playtime in Call of Duty 4's multiplayer, then do not, under any circumstances, hesitate to purchase Modern Warfare 2. In addition to improving upon the multiplayer in almost every conceivable way, the single-player campaign is one of the most cinematic and visceral gaming experiences we've ever played. Your mind will be blown.